Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Anders Carlson has this teed up, ready to get started.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Down the left sideline. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At the 31-yard line.
A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Second down, Hal back to pass. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught at the
20. Touchdown, Washington. Christian Watson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
They'll go play action. Howell. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. Achane here. They stay on the ground.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Howell out of the shotgun. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Devon Achane
from 21 yards away.
And Washington has taken the lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Cowboys 7. Anders Carlson to kick off.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Back to throw.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Now Howell. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington.
Christian Watson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they're trying to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
19 Lions.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Achane.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Little bootleg here. Howell
rolling to his right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 36.
And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw.
This will be caught downfield by Moore. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Rondale Moore.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Howell down to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
They'll run for it with Achane.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
They'll go. Achane.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Washington going to send out their punter, Cavante Turpin, deep for the Cowboys.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is power.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Touchdown! Devon Achane with touchdown number 20 on the year,
and the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 31. Complex 17. Anders Carlson to kick off.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Boys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They get this, and it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And Howe will throw it.
Going for the deep ball. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards.
Now H.A. on 1st and 10.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same.
Touchdown, Washington.
George Kittle, 28 yards.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Christian Watson
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll give this to Achane. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Alert! Alert!
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them, because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary. figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commanders' 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Here's Achane to start the drive.
There he goes, right side.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Devon Achane.
81 yards.
And the Commanders stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. He had his tight end running free down the middle. I think maybe if you don't try to go for the home run ball and just kind of get it to him, just put it on him, this play will work out. But he led him too much, and that's a tough incompletion to handle.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, Merritt. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
13 yards. First down, Commanders.
They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Up the middle they go. Merritt. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they will take a knee here.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Washington, they improve their mark to 12-4 with one game to go.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis.